Jesus Christ.
Monka is point right clock.
Yep. Certs, White Demon. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
For my boy.
Thank you.
Alright. Stop timer. Reset timer. Perfect.
Oh, you can do...
Perfect.
Tech has never been so advanced before.
Yep. You're welcome,
Not in stream
society.
1.
Right, let's go again. Alright, 3, 2, 1, bam. Is that going? Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Woo!
Right here. Thank you, Tazura. Thank you. If it crashes again or something, I'm
just going away.
Yeah,
That's not my
I'm going
fault.
to bed. I'm going to bed.
English bed.
Going to bed. I sleep. Alright, yeah. So same thing again. Tutorial. Actually, I'm gonna get chat up on my phone because the monitor's a bit far away. My eyesight isn't that quite good, Nikki. So I don't know if you knew that.
I know that.
So I'm gonna get the chat up on my phone while I do this. Give me a second. Take that, buddy. I'm gonna spam click until I hit you. There we go.
I can spam it.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you.
We finally started the game. That's
Yeah,
good.
took 12 minutes. 12 minutes of tech
12
issues.
12 minutes plus.
Yeah, good shit.
Well done.
Let's go.
Well done.
ESA Marathon 2. Here we go.
Oh, hold F. Back.
Heal. I'm holding F, boys. I'm holding F. Strong attack. Can I pause the run on my phone? I don't think so. Whatever.
You
It's
can.
fine. No pause button, man.
There is chat only.
Oh, perfect. Bang on. Alright, let's smash Jingwu's face in.
We should also
Can we not make it bigger? Tazura, help me out there. Help me out. Make it bigger for me. Alright, so we should be back at the same point. If not, don't worry about it. It's fine. As long as I can see the messages, that's fine.
That's completely other story. If you can or cannot, you can make it lower.
It's fine.
Your iPhone is too ancient.
Yeah. Is the game just locked at FPS, 30 FPS? No. It should be at 60.
It is 30.
It is 30?
It is. There it is, 30.
Well, the game is set to 60, so I can show you, unless it's somehow reset itself. Where are the options? Here are the options. Video settings. 60 Hertz.
Well, hertz, it might be 60 hertz, but 30 FPS.
Well, I set it to in the INI to 60 FPS.
I have no idea.
So I have no idea why it's capped at 30, but if the game functions at 30 FPS, then screw it. I am fine with that.
What's the matter?
No 1,000 cuts? No, we're using White Demon pretty much for the whole start. I guess I'll explain again why we're using White Demon. Oh, you can actually see the
character bid war.
It's already went. Did you not see it?
I saw. It should be closed. We should ask.
It should be closed.
I will ask the donation.
Yeah. Ask the donation PC.
I'm gonna go sleep soon, but I'm gonna be here for a bit.
I am also gonna go sleep soon when this run dies. It's not hard capped at 30. It should be 60. I have no idea why it's running at 30. Absolutely no idea. Yeah. So we're gonna use White Demon for pretty much the
Why can I not add donation reader?
for pretty much the start, because when you knock people back, you want to with White Demon you can like kick forward again, which is much better. It allows you to like stun lock people essentially. So we're getting our weapon here, which is Fortune's favorite. I guess I'll continue with the lore since last time we were kind of interrupted. So yeah, these pirates are attacking the school. Come on, buddy. Give me my weapon. There we go. Yeah, these pirates are attacking the school on
I'm just gonna tell the donation PC because I can't add
yeah,
it.
that's fine.
I still have my Sprite there.
Yeah. From Gao the Greater, who is Gao the Lesser's father. If you don't know who Gao is, that was the person who was with Dawnstar before. So we're just gonna wipe the floor with these lads. Is everyone sober at the ESA? All of the people in my room right now aren't, because they're too busy watching the game. Oh, we need to go to the this way first. Yeah, they're too busy watching the Bayern Munich game, hence why they're not here. And I'm alone on the commentary desk. But it's okay, because you boys in chat will keep me company while I run this poo game. So this fight kind of introduces you to like the different styles that you're going to need during the run. All of these guys can be killed with the sword, but then ghosts and kind of like, I guess like phantoms can only be attacked by martial arts styles. So you need to kind of switch between them, and you can like level them up and all that kind of stuff. So you'll be seeing that later on. We'll gain a level from the end of this fight, and then I'll show that all off. I hope I hope all the tricks and stuff are still possible on 30 FPS. Never played the game at 30, so we'll find out. So yeah, all these guys are ghosts, and we need to use a white demon to kill them. Get a nice little double tap there. Easy clap. World record for this game, this category is like 1 hour 51 minutes, I think. My PB is a 1:55. I haven't had much time to practice because of family issues at home before I came to the marathon, so that's why I put quite a high estimate. Never seen a speedrun of Jade Empire. Is the ending that skips the last fight legit speedrun wise, or are there rules? No, it's completely legit. It's just the fastest way to deal with the final boss. Welcome back, Nikita. Privyet. Privyet.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to dump all of our points into damage and speed for the sword, because it's like the primary thing that we're going to be using. And then I also, once I've spoken to Dawnstar, I need to also set her into support mode. So every ally in this game, or follower, has...
You were a friend of Dawnstar, right?
Yeah, I've heard of Dawnstar. They have an attack style and a support style. The attack styles aren't particularly useful, because they just attack in combat, but they do like no damage. So instead you just use them for whatever their support style is. Dawnstar's isn't super useful, it just recovers your chi, which you use to heal. But in a speedrun you don't need to heal too much unless something goes like really wrong. But there'll be a couple later on that will like increase your damage in certain areas that we'll be using. But Dawnstar is our only ally that we can use right now, so we're using that instead. So now we speak to Master Lee, and we can now fight Galda Lesser in a one-on-one combat. Get him in the octagon, and then we can smash him to pieces. And then once we prove that we're better than him, he's not very happy, and he blasts us with some dark magic, which is banned in the Two Rivers School. You can't use like dark magic. I don't know what it's called. The last fight is kind of nice. If we have time, I'll do the last fight if you remind me. So yeah, he throws like a fireball at you, and Master Lee comes to save the day. Master Lee's a good lad. Do you know the lore of this game, Nikita?
No, I haven't played it, I told you. Like, I played many BioWare games, but not this one. I'm like the last person who haven't played it in my school.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the only unskippable cutscenes in this game is the one that spoils all the plot later on. So, pretty good.
I'm gonna close my eyes
Yeah, for sure.
and fall asleep.
Yep. So right now we're going to hop into the Spirit Cave, where we meet the Water Dragon, who will play a big role later on, but I won't go too much into it now. Another thing to mention is why the followers are so useful. We're going to use them to skip a lot of fights later on. Again, I'll kind of go into more detail as we get there. But yeah, what you can do in this game in certain fights is you can place your follower like into the trigger where the fight would be and then take them out again. And then because they've triggered the fight and you haven't, you can just kind of run past, and it like permanently skips fights. We used to have a strat where you would skip the fight by like walking in and out of the trigger yourself, but then every time you walked back into the trigger you would re-trigger the fight, whereas this strat, it completely ignores that. So we've got a body gem here, just increases our health a little bit. They're just like minor buffs. We'll get a lot better ones later on. Is there a difference between Origin and GOG versions? The GOG version is like 1.0, but it's been kind of like remastered by the GOG devs. They like added, you know, a couple of fixes and stuff like that for like soft locks and a couple of other things. I guess you can have like a full list if you looked it up, but yeah, there are versions. Yeah, the Elgato TM stream, the key light just went out.
Maybe it
That's,
just does it
that's good.
every now and
Yeah.
then.
Classic Getter setup right now.
I mean, it just I just don't get how it works.
Yeah, me neither. To be honest, I'd rather have it off, to be fair. I'm used to streaming from pitch black, you know, in my room.
I know,
So.
I know.
From the abyss. That's how we like it. Yeah. It's definitely a shame that Jade Empire didn't sell as well, and they never made a sequel or anything, because it's definitely like a super hidden gem. It's one of my favorite games of all time. So we mess these guys up, and then we'll meet the water dragon.
So is this the character that you're good with?
This is the only character I've never played before.
Oh, so this is the okay.
Yeah. So it'll be a good challenge.
Good run incoming.
Yeah,
I sleep. Somewhere like
Yeah.
50 minutes.
So
and, I can't beat this.
To
I'm out.
whoever donated the $25 for Radiant Gen Z. I don't know if you knew this, but yeah, the only character I've never played in a run. So, fortunately, the characters don't really matter too much. It's just kind of for show, to my knowledge, anyway. We'll definitely find out if Radiant Gen Z can't be used.
I think you choose the character and style or something.
Yeah, so you can like customize them completely.
Yeah, so probably doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Unless some dialogue will get you fucked up.
we'll find out. Yeah, so now we're gonna head towards the swamp area, and this is the first use of like using the talking system to avoid certain encounters. So there's loads of different ways that you can deal kind of with like encounters in this game. Of course, like if you see an enemy, you can choose to attack them, or you can choose to like persuade them to leave you alone. You can like intimidate them or charm them if they're, you know, if they're rousy enough or rowdy enough even.
That's a forehead guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I accidentally selected the wrong option, which means I had to fight these guys, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, so what I could have done there, if I didn't goof, was just basically intimidate them to leave. But it's fine. Not a big fight anyway. There are a lot bigger fights that we'll skip later on. This is a very small one. Do we help this guy? Wait, it's time to run away or whatever. You're lucky to be alive, buddy. Where did he go? Go on. Let's go. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. So now we're going to meet Sagacious Zoo, who you can see on the screen. He has a very good passive attack. Support style, excuse me. Essentially what he does is he allows you to do more damage with your weapon, which is, you know, perfect. So we're going to be using him for a lot of the run. This guy, we're just going to... If I see her, I'll let you know, but we won't actually see the cow. We'll be running right past. So here's our boy Zoo. Skip through all this. Walk away, and he's like, "Hey, wait! I should come with you." Sure, buddy. We'll put him into support mode. There we go. Yeah. So for now, all these oh, that's my going this way. All the attacks that we do will do extra damage now, which is very nice. Very nice. So yeah, kind of like lore update. Gal is like chasing Dawnstar through the swamp, and that's why we're coming through here. And we find them in a cave. And then we will kill Gal the Lesser, because he essentially goes like, "Oh, you know, now I can use whatever style we want, so we can fight to the death," and then I'll just kill him.
Based.
Gal the Lesser is not a good lad, so he needs to die.
Not as good as Master Lee.
Yeah.
Not for sure.
Master Lee is a good lad. So this guy, we're just, what do you mean, blah blah blah, and then skip through. You have the option to kill him. I don't know why you ever would, but you know, the game's nice for giving you options to be like a good guy or a bad guy, essentially. I'm not going to spend any points to level up, because I just want to, whenever I can upgrade my damage, that's when I want to do that. So, yeah. This cave, the only mandatory fight, even though there's like a lot of big ogre lads, The only mandatory fight is with Gao, of course, but Toad Demon, because we actually get the Toad Demon style.
Dark Souls 2. Ooh. Demon Song.
So there are a lot of different styles in this game that are from the like Toad Demon, Horse Demon. I think there's Rhino Demon as well, and a couple other ones. But we don't actually use any of them. I think Thirsty Wraith, who's like another player, who's much better at the game than I am. He uses Horse Demon for a lot of it. But we're going to be going the Jade Golem route. Jade Golem is a style that you get later on. And essentially, you turn into a big golem, and you can just absolutely annihilate people. The con is that you run out of chi, I think, really quick. But we can use support styles to basically like recharge at the same time. So there's basically no cons to using it. That should kill Galdoessa. Perfect. Then we'll speak to Dawnstar. I need to get out of here. We got a gem there. We're not going to use it, even though it's kind of good for us right now. There's kind of like an awkward mechanic in this game where. Well, let me just make sure I get this dialogue choice correctly. Which one is it? Blah blah blah. Wasting time. There we go. Yeah. So. Real quick here as well, there's like a mini game that we have to do. We're just gonna die as quickly as possible because it's quicker than actually doing it. And if you die, it has like the same effect. You end up in the same place. Yeah. So there's like a weird mechanic in this game where sometimes if you have like 2 gems equipped that will raise 2 stats, it actually gives you less benefits than if you just had 1 for a specific stat. It's kind of strange. So I need to not equip that gem for a speech check later on. So we crash, and then we're back around in 2 Rivers. And basically it's all gone to shit basically. So we're gonna find a couple of people like Jing Wu, who we sparred with right at the start of the game, if you boomers remember that.
Only us here.
Just the way I like it. No one can bully me.
Nobody won. Nobody looking at.
Yeah.
Private.
No cam, private time. Me and Tezero gonna get it on in stream
Good time,
too.
good time.
Yeah.
The school burning. Every spring, I planted flowers, one for each.
Yeah. So gotta wipe out all the bandits, and then where we go into the sparring place, there'll be a big group of guys there, and then Jing Wu will kind of come out of the explosions and just kind of drop dead. Jing Wu is a good lad, so it's a shame that he drops dead. All the good lads get destroyed in this game, unfortunately.
Bad game.
Yeah. So the students get wiped by the bandits, and then we wipe the bandits as well. Yeah, circle of life and all that. Please stop blocking, sir. Thank you, sir. Please stop blocking, sir. Thank you. Then the next thing, I want to ideally rush this guy with the claws. He's like kind of not really a mini boss, but he has like a lot more health and he does a lot more damage. So I don't want to get into a point where I can get stun locked and then just get absolutely destroyed by the guy with the claws. So there's the good lad. Rest in peace.
Rip. I cry every time.
Yeah, big F.
Let's keep a wall cutscene.
That first line is. And this.
Dramatic.
Tried so hard.
And got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end,
Doesn't
it doesn't even matter.
F.
Big F.
Oh, that's a.
Yeah.
He said there was no warning. Just calm.
The most annoying part is some lines like this are unskippable for the first bit, and then as they move, it's then skippable.
No, it's like the lower those.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
It's really annoying. Because like, you've got to learn exactly when to like optimally skip stuff. So now we get the option to actually attack or evade. Attack would put us back in that minigame, but obviously we don't want to do it if we get the option. And attacking and evading does exactly the same thing. So evading just skips that section. So here's the first skipped fight of the run. Pretty much all the skips are just involve just skipping encounters.
6 FPS. Big loading there.
Huge. Yeah, so we're gonna level up. We're gonna get some more damage, get some more speed, and then we will line up here. Quick save just to be safe. And then essentially I'm gonna walk in and out again. And as you saw there, I basically walked into the encounter where the trigger for the fight was, and then walked immediately out as they spawned. And then because when they spawned I was outside of the fight, then you can just run on through. As I said before, that's not particularly useful for a lot of situations, because you'll re-trigger the fight when you enter that area again. But that's like a specific case where we'll never be back in this area, so it doesn't matter. No benefits to be gained from there, even for a casual player. What, from the mini game? I assume you mean? I don't think so. I don't think you get an XP or anything. So it's just you can do it if you want, but there's no real reason to. So next lore update. This is a Silk Fox. We don't know quite who she is yet. She just looks like a random assassin, but she's actually the Emperor's daughter. And she will become our ally later on. Because at some point we will need to go to the Imperial Palace, and she will help us out a lot, because she can be our eyes from the inside. There we go. What you got moving then? Oh no, we don't need to be here. This way. I always get scared when the loading screens take a bit longer, in case it puts me right back to the start again.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's all sorted out.
It's all good. So we got the Good Fortune gem. We want to equip the Intimidation gem. Or is it the Intuition one? It's the Intuition one, not the Intimidation one. My apologies. For a speech check later on, as I said before, ideally you'd want to equip both, because they like improve your stats tremendously. But if I equip both the Intimidation and the Intuition gem, then I will fail the Intuition check, unfortunately. Any good bants going on? So we saved this lady. She's like a member of just a tea house outside. I don't remember exactly what purpose she serves in the story. It's not really important. What is important is that we're going to go to the... where on earth am I going? This way. That we're going to go to the forest, which is where a lot of the skips are going on. Yo, Hoxiak, what's up, buddy?
Ooh.
Hoxiak.
The Hoxiak.
It's me, buddy. Me. Yeah, so in the forest, a lot of the follower skips are going to happen. We need to do the follower skips, even though they're slower than the camera setup that we did before, because we need to not re-trigger the fights every time we re-enter. So I'll show you that. Alright, to speak to this lad, this absolute unit right here. To accept a quest. A lot of the quests in this game you can actually just accept for a bit of XP, even though you never complete them, and you just get leveled up by just going, yeah, I'll do this, and then just never end up doing it. It's pretty good. So this is the first setup. This is probably the hardest setup, because you have to roll in and out of an encounter during a cutscene, which is just fantastic. So we'll go for it a couple of times. That should be good. Zoo might have blocked me, but that should be okay. If not, I'll just do the fight as normal. It's not a problem.
Ooh.
Oh, we are? We are indeed. Perfect. So, now I can move Zoo. I don't actually remember if I need to move him in this one, but we'll just do it just in case. If not, then no problem. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We alive.
All good, all good. So yeah, I don't remember if I needed to do that, but you know, just in case. So we skipped that fight by putting Zoo into the encounter and then coming back out again. And then, because we haven't done this fight, the game kind of like blocks us off. So we need to bypass the invisible wall. And all you do to do that is just save and load again. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're just going to line up with this little rock on the right. Oh, no we're not, because I couldn't see it. It's not used to playing on this big resolution, that's my excuse. But this is why you quick save, folks. Right, where is this rock? There it is. Then we're going to grab Zoo. Or Dawnstar, doesn't really matter as long as it's a follower. And then we're going to put them in and out of the fight, and then no trigger here. Nice and easy. So there's quite a long section coming up. I do see a donation, so we can try out the text-to-speech feature.
Ooh.
Don't know if you've seen it just yet.
I haven't.
It's pretty good.
I haven't been here like
So,
before. There were all
there's
Zelda games and Nintendo games. Basically the same.
So yeah, there's a fight coming up, and then there is a cutscene where you meet the Fox Spirit. It's unfortunately one of the only unskippable cutscenes in the game, and it's quite long. So this will give us time to try out the text-to-speech donation.
Ooh, there's a good donation for that.
Yeah. Alright, let's try this out. Which button is it? Play donation 1.
Worm donated $5. I'm a white demon too. Represent.
Represent.
Represent
Perfect,
is
perfect.
Amazing.
Mark donation 1 as red.
It
is red.
Does.
Oh, perfect. Text-to-speech donations. Can you believe it? We're living in... Stream
Future
1
is right here.
Stream 1 is 2019. Stream 2 is 3019 right now.
Ooh,
This is incredible.
big age.
Yeah. The setup is like 1916.
Better
but,
than my PC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It looks very trashy, but whatever.
Yeah. So a lot of cables going on. But yeah, I like the idea of text-to-speech donations. Funnily enough, when they mentioned that I said what was going to go on for like donations on Stream 2 to Lador. And she said, like, you know, we've got something secret planned. And Rai went, oh, is it text-to-speech as a joke? And she was like, Rai! Because it actually was text-to-speech. But he didn't know that. It was just a kind of random guess.
I mean, what else can it be?
I mean, I wouldn't have guessed text-to-speech donations.
I would have guessed text-to-speech.
Of course you would, Tazura. You know, big man over here.
I'm
Look
smart,
at me. I'm a big man.
I'm old guy.
I'm a big boy.
I've seen things done.
Yeah. So we're going to do the same thing here with the follower. Oh, we're going to roll real quick. Line it with the rock, and then switch to Dawnstar, put her in the trigger. That should be alright. Nope, just kidding. Sometimes they'll be put to a certain point where they'll be just outside the trigger, and it looks like they're in the trigger, but they're not, which is pretty annoying, but you know, we'll get them next time. So we'll try it again. I think that should be fine, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to redo this redo this. Go on, Zoo, get in there, lad. That should be in. If that's not in, then I am truly baffled. Okay, we're good. And then we can hop on to the inn. And the same thing here, we just need to quick save and quick load to get rid of the invisible barrier. So yeah, this is skipping all the fights. This is skipping all the fights, yeah, inside the forest. Another reason why this is like super speedy, aside from just of course skipping the fights, as we do another one here. This one is actually like really important because this is not only quite a long fight, but it also has several waves, which makes it even longer. Dawnstar, get in there, mate. Get in there. Zoo, get in that trigger. There you go, good lad. Should be good. Perfect, so yeah, now we skip that whole fight.
Solid.
Yeah, so another reason why that's especially important is because, as I mentioned before, you can only use martial art styles against ghosts, right? So in a couple of places in the game, including the forest, there is an awful lot of ghosts and spirits and any other phantoms. So before, we had to upgrade White Demon quite a lot, because obviously Oops, that is the wrong button. Alright, we managed to iframe that somehow. But yeah, beforehand, we had to upgrade White Demon quite a lot, so we could damage all of these things that we were fighting as it scaled through. But, let me just grab this real quick. There we go. Yeah, in this new route, you can just upgrade the sword, and that's pretty much it. You don't have to upgrade White Demon at all, because you fight almost no ghosts. So it's much better. Yes, Panda, Jade Empire. Amazing game. Amazing game. So this is where the speech check comes in. We just need to go through, make sure I pick the right dialogue. Really need to know, and I use intuition, so perfect. But if we'd have equipped the intimidation gem, we would have failed that check. And then we lie to the innkeeper and say, if you give us the crystal that we need for our quest, we will help you out. But we just actually want it because it's the easiest way to get the item. And we'll bring it back later. Don't worry, we'll be right. So now we'll head on down here and meet the Black Whirlwind, I think his name is. Unfortunately, he's like very good in terms of attacking, but he doesn't have a support style, so he's essentially useless in the run. So, but of course, in typical fashion, we can't skip him, so we still have to deal with him, no matter what. So we speak to his buddy, and then figure this out. We talk to him, but instead of like bringing him with us, we're just going to tell him to go to Tien's Landing, because we don't need him. So, Nikita, are you ready for a really difficult puzzle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually into puzzles.
Yeah. This one is really difficult. So you see the banners up there, how they're purple?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna turn the lights on, and we need to match the color.
Ooh.
Okay, big color wheel strats.
I have a color problem, so I'm not gonna help you here.
Okay, so if you were running this game, this would be quite difficult, maybe. But yeah, so this is as complicated as the puzzle gets in this game. You have to turn the light on, and then you have to make a combination of purple. So of course we do red, and then blue on the other side, and bam, puzzle solved.
In that regard, I could handle it.
You reckon you can handle it?
Yeah.
If you're doing a casual
I think I
playthrough,
can.
just message me when you get to this puzzle, and I'll remind you how to do it.
I will specifically forget how to message you
Yeah.
to not be able to do that. I am
I
that
almost missed
confident
this.
in myself.
There we go. So yeah, now we've got the lights going through. It goes and it creates a portal.
See
to the
this
next
red
level.
sprite I'm bringing here? Completely red.
Red sprite. Red green colorblind, by the way. Colorblind. Alright, so this is a portal to heaven. If you want to go to heaven, just let me know, and I'll hit you up with a portal. But this is actually where the fox spirit is. When we were doing the donations before, there was the cutscene with the fox spirit who tried to attack us. Essentially, you have like a choice in this section as to whether to fight the innkeeper, who has like a horde of goblins or gremlins or whatever they are, or to kill the fox spirit. Killing the fox spirit is way faster, so we're gonna do that. And there's also a strat that you can do to make it even faster. Whereas on the Jolzy. On the other section, like the other choice, because nobody's found a way to make it faster, there are no real strats for it. So also we spoke to a merchant there. You can get followers that like don't actually fight, but instead they can just sell you stuff. I tried really hard to incorporate him into the route because he has some pretty decent stuff, but I just could never find a use for him, unfortunately. I could never find a reason to make him appear in the run. So now I've killed the horse demon, we unlocked that form. As I mentioned before, the world record uses that quite a lot, but I haven't looked into like how to efficiently use it, so I'm just gonna go with what I know. So we're fighting our way up to the fox spirit. Then we're basically gonna say, you know, I'm gonna kill you, fox spirit. But then the strat comes in where essentially what's gonna happen is we're gonna skip this entire fight here once we kill the fox spirit. Once we trigger the fox spirit. Because there is, again, a delay in between when the fight starts and when you gain control. So we're going to have this conversation, and then we're going to have a blackout. And then once we let the fox spirit know that we're going to kill them, we're gonna have control, but then all the enemies are gonna spawn, and then before the fight triggers, we can just walk backwards out of the fight trigger and just skip fighting them entirely, which is very nice. It is kind of tricky on the inputs, but I should hopefully get it. So made by decision, I'll make your death swift, blah blah blah, and then should be able to hopefully get this. Yep, there we go. So you trigger the fight and then you just walk right out of it, and then you skip fighting all those demons inside, which is really nice because those fights are quite difficult. Conopy7 is now following me on Twitter. Thanks, buddy. If you're watching the stream, be sure to smash like on my most recent tweet. Smash that like. 619 that like button. I think it was just saying like, thanks everyone who came and watched the Vice City run. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland and Jade Empire tomorrow.
There is a way better tweet. Go find the right dog.
Yeah, the one of from the Science Museum.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. So we're just fighting the Fox Spirits now, and then we're gonna fight the actual head honcho in a second. There we go. So this fight can either go really well or really poorly. Sometimes she can just troll you a lot. That went pretty well. That's fine. It's Raw is now following me on Twitter. Ooh. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, be sure to, every single person in this chat room, be sure to follow me on Twitter. And follow Tazura on Twitter as well. And Panda.
Wow.
And Jolzy. Let's go.
Let's do that. They would have a hard time finding mine.
Oh, is it not your actual, is it not your, like, alias?
I haven't made one yet.
Oh.
I probably should for the case of ESA.
I gotcha.
I probably did.
Yeah, so basically we just say now, once we've completed the quest, we just say whatever to these guys. We've already done what we need to do, and then we just say whatever, we'll just get our reward and leave. But he goes, one more thing before that, I need to give you a very useless character. Unfortunately, we cannot skip him, because even if we did, we would softlock later on, because we need him for part of the quest. In typical useless man fashion, the only thing he does in the quest is give us a slower way to complete the quest, which we never do. But obviously, if we don't have him with us, then he never gives us the option, and we softlock. So, we're going to get rid of him immediately, and we're going to level up again. And we should be able to get max damage now.
A good lad.
Perfect. He's a good lad. We'll give it to him. So we want Zoo back. Zoo's a mega good lad. Zoo is a good lad. When did Jade Empire come out as a new game to me? It came out like 2007, so you're pretty late on the party, my man.
It looks better than Andromeda still.
Yeah. So now we're just heading all the way back, backtracking. As you can see, this is the fight that I skipped earlier. We can just skid it on past. How does the game softlock? It's as simple as just you go to initiate a conversation, and then because the cook isn't there, then like the game is just waiting for him to speak, and he never speaks, so you're just stuck in the conversation. Like, he's supposed to go, I have a way you can solve this, but he never does. So yeah, in the old strats where we would skip all the fights the old way, we would have to skip them again a second time, but unfortunately we don't have to do that here. Also, we're going to speak to a lot of people here that don't actually exist because we skipped the fight, so we're just going to be speaking to nobody. But just trust me, there are people there. So as you can see, we got like a red fist icon. That essentially means that we gained like bad karma. This game was like way ahead of its time, and it had like a proper karma system. And certain items, like that Gem of Earth Power that we just unlocked, you can only equip it once you have like bad karma. And there's also items that you can get that only work with good karma. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to flip back and forth between good karma and bad karma, depending on either what's faster or what's convenient to grab the items. I'm going to speak to this lad. And then this entire section is non-linear, but we kind of do it in one sweep. There is technically a faster way to do this section, but it actually loses time overall. Because, again, as I said before, this game is way ahead of its time. And if you try and skip a fight with a boss, by avoiding him when he's going to he's visiting certain places, and you have to fight him. But you can actually skip him and not deal with him in this section. But the game will still force you to fight him, but later on during another boss fight, which is perfect because starting and ending combat in this game kind of takes time because you bow and everything else. So we want to if we want to do fights, we want to do them all at the same time, rather than doing individual encounters. So we're gonna skip the section where the guy is going to be patrolling, and then he is going to show up later on while we fight Galdegrator, which is perfect. But really quick, we need to speak to this guy here. There's 110 different speech checks we can do. We're gonna do charm. Doesn't really matter which one we do. Yeah, because you will pass any of them. You can intimidate him, you can pay him, you can charm him, you can outsmart him, and yeah. Do you recommend this game casually? Absolutely. This game is absolutely fantastic casually. You can buy it on GOG, Origin, Steam, any of those major platforms you can buy it on. Also in this game, as you saw that there was a loading screen, but the game doesn't actually while it loads kind of things in the background, instead of putting you into a loading screen, it just pauses the game using a combat pause feature. So what we can do is we can just unpause the game, because I've set the combat pause button to tab, so whenever we go into a loading screen we can just unpause the game and then just continue on while the game is loading, which is pretty speedy. So I'm going to speak to these guys, and then we have another kind of speech check here where you can be good cop or bad cop, and essentially say to these guys this guy is part of the bad guys, but we want to let him live so we can get good karma, because we're a good lass, and plus we don't need to fight him. So there's a skip here called rat skip. Pretty much the clue's in the name. You skip a fight with a rat, but for some reason when I ran this game at ESA in November, I did everything you would need to do the skip, and it just didn't work. And it also happened during my 5,000 follower special where I ran this game. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know why I fail it, but I never should. So it's coming up in a second. How many times have you fallen into the void for skipping loads too early? None. It's not possible. The only loading screens that you can skip are ones where everything is still loaded in. It's just loading stuff in the background, essentially. So yeah.
Yeah, the preloads before you can walk on it.
Yeah. So I got rat skip. Essentially, all you do is you just go around the rat instead of fighting him, and then we can just go all the way here. Very easy skip. All the tricks in this game, if you want an easy game to get into speedrunning with, and you like Jade Empire, I would definitely recommend it, because this game is insanely easy to run. All of the skips just require a small amount of practice, and anyone can do them. There are a couple that are kind of finicky, but once you get them down, they're fairly easy. There's a couple in the Necropolis that nobody has ever found a consistent way to do them, but it's just, if you go for them, if you get them, you get them. If you don't, whatever. They don't save too much time. Hello, Adgod.
Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, we have a room mic so they can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can indeed.
Hello.
Legendary one.
Don't trash talk them.
It's that legendary run. It is indeed,
Why
Jenny.
would I trash talk?
I don't know.
Chinese game.
Maybe
It's
you're
It's an English
mean.
Ben run. Why wouldn't you trash talk?
What,
Go on,
what
give,
kind
give,
of, what
give
kind
some
of opinion
heckling.
do you have of me? What's
Not all use, just I'm just warning you, just in case you want to trash talk someone.
So
Maybe
it's
you're
not-
having a bad day.
Those 6 characters on screen were longer than all those other sentences.
We spent like
together
15 minutes trying to make the game work.
because you couldn't skip.
Yeah,
that.
oh god, the tech issues on this setup, Jesus. Goodness me.
Is this a good game?
It's an
Is?
amazing game. Absolutely fantastic
Is it
game.
though?
Yeah. It's my favourite game of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, just love it. Played it as a kid and
We'll take
couldn't stop.
We'll take those. We'll take those.
Alright, so this is the Nulla follower that we find. It's just a little girl that's a demon trapped in a little girl's body. But again, they're more of an attacking follower. Nice little stun lock that got me in here. There we go. So they're not particularly useless. They're not particularly useful to me. So instead, we're just going to send them to Tian's Landing as before. Tian's Landing. There we go. And then right there, there's like quite a big quest that a lot of people think is mandatory because there's a lot of setup to it, which you go there. And you can either like close the dam or open it for trade and stuff like that. But there's absolutely no reason to do it. You can progress even without that section. It gives you a nice amount of XP. We used to do it in the old route to get like super high level, but then as the game became more and more optimized, people started, you know, like leveling up less and less. To be the ultra big boy. This way. How long are you going to be on that thread, Tizzer?
Forever.
Smashing that update button.
What else do I do here? There's me, you, and the game.
Yeah.
That chat is more active than that chat. Something to learn, Twitch.
Yeah. So, we need to go and get... Who do we need to go and get now? Oh, we need to go to the pirate camp. That's the last place we need to go. We need to go and get Kang. Kang is a good lad. He has a flyer which can take us to the Imperial City, which is good. I need to go this way. Or do I? I don't remember which way is faster, but they both go the same way, so it'll be right.
It's not the way that matters, it's the destination.
Yeah, exactly. Can I even go this way, actually? Or do I have to go around? I can't go this way. Perfect. Okay, so the other way was faster, because it means skipping, like, going back on myself, but whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, now we need to go to the Pirate Cove and get our boy Kang. We also need to kill Inquisitor Lim, who I mentioned before, where the game is like too smart for its own good. And we also need to kill Gal the Greater. So take me to the pirate camp, buddy.
I'm committing a grave mistake staying at this run. I should be sleeping now.
What time is it right now? 11:20. Oh dear.
11:20.
The V Army has arrived, dude. It feels good to be a member of the V Army. Feels good, man. Is Kang a good lad? Kang is indeed a good lad. What's a good time save in this run? 1 minute, 10 seconds? What, in terms of strats? There are a lot of strats that save, like, several minutes. Because you can skip, like, entire encounters. Yeah, this is a big bullying section. They essentially bully their slaves.
That's why you like this game so much.
Yeah, I love it. There's a lot of bullying going on. Love it. But the slaves finally get annoyed, and they give us an opportunity to get bad karma, which is perfect. We can speak to this guy, and then we can teach them a lesson. So we're going to cut the rope, which has a big cannon, and we drop it on top of the bullies. Bully Hunter Ben. That's me.
Where's your Steel series?
So now we got more bad karma, which puts us back on the bad side, which is perfect. So we're going to do another follower skip here to skip this fight. We're just going to hop in here, switch to Dawnstar, put in the trigger. Game crash. Fantastic. Oof. Good thing I saved, isn't it?
Yeah, it worked correctly.
Yeah.
Until it crashed.
Yeah, 48 minutes without a crash. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Are you sponsored by SteelSeries? We are not, unfortunately. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Fortunately, this game has autosave, so I don't know if she's in the trigger or not. We'll do it again, just to be sure. Zoo is definitely in the trigger now. There we go, and then we hop in, and then just quick save and quick load as before. Yeah. Funny enough, when I ran this game at home, I never had a single game crash. Of course, in typical fashion, you go to do a run at an event, and the game doesn't stop crashing.
It doesn't even work in the first place.
Yeah, you have to jump through 8 million hoops to get the game working on an almost identical setup.
Very specific Windows 10 copy.
Yeah.
It just breaks everything.
Yeah, it's
you better
insane.
run console games here, boy. Oof.
Yeah. So one of the only differences that I know between the characters is this guy's line here. If you're like a big guy, he'll say like, you know, be careful, he's an absolute unit. Or if you're Gen Z, who's like known for her beauty, it's like, you know, don't let her beauty fuel you, she'll kick your ass anyway. And then we're going to get Sky. Sky is very useful. Not only does he have a ability that increases focus, which we need to use. The weapon that we have only works when we have focus, so it's like a good backup strat in case we need to regain focus during fights. But not only that, but he is useful for a kind of skip later on. I won't go too much into it now, but just know that we'll use him later on. He has a very interesting perk, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But we won't be using him just yet. We'll be sticking with Zoo for now, because we want to do as much damage as possible. These guys are just holding block. Classic. Yeah, sometimes you can get like ultra trolled in fights, because people will just hold block. And then the second... Yeah, the only way to like break a block is to do a strong attack. But then mid strong attack, they'll stop blocking and then just hit you again and like stun lock you. It's really annoying. So here's Kang. There's also Inquisitor Lim and Gal the Greater. Nice little cutscene. That's Grand Inquisitor Gia, I think her name is. She's a big head honcho. Kang just got a slap of a lifetime. I don't just thought that's Zero. She's got a big backhand. All the good lads get backhands. So Gal the Greater runs off, and then Lim gives us a good monologue. Cool story, Bob. Cool story. Alright, so now we hop in. This person that we fight here just bursts into flames. I'm not really sure why. I think I remember Strife explaining why during my ESA November run, but I've already forgotten. Apologies, Strife. Explain it on French in the French room stream. So now we agree to help him if he'll take us to the Imperial City. And we just say, see you later, buddy. Fight some more guys. We'll make our way to the top. Come on, buddy. There we go. Do 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 do. It's the last fight before Gal the Greater and basically the double boss fight at the same time. Excuse me. Baby Kratos. Yeah, I guess he does like a kind of baby Kratos. Set up. Just level up really quick. We got some focus cost reduction. And then there's a lot of awfully scary things that you need to fight here, included like a couple of ogre demons and stuff. But as you saw before, they actually have less health than like the average pirates that you fight. So you can just wipe the floor with them. I have no idea why they have such little health. Like they should be kind of like big beats, but you can kill them way faster than usual. Like, you know, minion enemies. What's with the game audio? It sounds like it's coming through his mic. Well, it's coming through the monitor speakers, and it's supposed to also come through the actual sound speakers, but it isn't. And there's no tech man here to fix it, and I'm kind of busy, so unfortunately, yeah, the Stream 2 setup is kind of ultra scuffed in the sense that like there's no like permanent tech guy here.
Well, the thing they didn't even want to make it in the first place. It just they're like, submit long run.
So like when I got here for my run, I was the only person here, so I had to set up the stream myself essentially, with a couple of people helping me in and out. Yeah, but
everything worked in the end.
Just about, yeah. So here's the two lads. So you wouldn't usually fight these guys at the same time, but the game is smart enough to know that you skipped limb earlier, so we can just take them both out at the same time. Don't spam block, buddy. Thanks, buddy. And then Gather Greater just goes down like a sack of potatoes. This gives us another piece of the amulet, which allows us to equip several more amulet slots, like the gems that we had before. We can just put on the Superior Monk Gem, and the other one doesn't really matter. Let's put on the Scholar Gem for now. Why not? Gives us a bit more focus. So, speak to Sky again, and Kang. And then we get ready to go to the Imperial Palace. But first we need to go and pick up everyone else from Tien's Landing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben. I'm gonna peace out.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Or otherwise, I'll die tomorrow morning.
Good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Good luck with the run.
Hey,
Gotta
Poker,
leave
what's
you
up,
with
dude?
Poker.
Hello.
Well, welcome, fellow co-commentator Poker. How long have you been here?
Like 10 minutes? 20
Oh
minutes?
shit, dude. Not even saying hi. Unbelievable. Let's get out of here. Alright, so again we're going to evade. There's no point in fighting these guys. Again, it has the exact same consequence whether you skip or actually fight the guys. Then we can instantly gain control. Speak to Kang, and then once we've gone through this, blah blah blah. We speak to Kang if we can get onto him. There we go. Let's go. Evade again, and now we're off to the Imperial City. Mary said, "Oh no, it's Mr. My Pants look like a dining table." That's a good one, Mary. I'll give you that one. So we get like randomly selected at the airport here, but thankfully, if you remember Silk Fox from before, Silk Fox, who is Princess Leon, the Emperor's daughter, comes and saves us from border patrol, thankfully. And then we'll go and see her later. But first, we're going to go and set up a bounty. So there's a side quest in this game where you can get a reward for turning in like fugitives, I guess. And the bounty system is set up so when you hand them in, you can immediately teleport back to where the guy is over here, like the bounty hunter. So there's a guy who's in a certain position that we want to get, and then once we this creative Yukon guy, he's right next to where we need to go, but then once we do like a certain objective, if we were to go back normally, we would have to fight a bunch of people and then run all the way back to the start of the Imperial City. But if we use Sky, who for some odd reason has like he seems to know that the guy is like a fraud and is actually the fugitive that we're looking for. So if we have him as a follower, when we get to this section, which I'll change him in a second, we will speak to the person, and then Sky will go, "You're not who you say you are," because he'll ask him like a bunch of questions and he won't give us the right answers. He'll go, "You're not who you say you are," and then we'll go, "You're the bad guy," and he'll go, "No, I'm not," and we'll go, "Yeah, you are," and then he'll be like, "Okay, yes I am," and he'll be like, "You're coming with me, buddy."
That was fast.
And then we teleport back to the bounty hunter guy, which saves us running back and skips fights as well, which is really cool. Someone on SDA, I forget their name, so apologies, but someone on SDA who ran the game on Xbox like a decade ago found that strat, and it's like one of the cooler, interesting skips in this game. So I'm glad it's still used in runs today. So we'll switch to Sky now before I forget. Then we'll swap down here. And this is where we meet Silk Fox for real. And actually thinking about it, they might become my follower automatically. I don't know if I have the option or not, so we might have to switch again. But not a problem. And this is where Silk Fox actually like joins the force. getting a classic cutscene where like some of the lines are skippable and some of them aren't, and it's very difficult to remember which ones are. And some of the lines they're skippable halfway, and some of them aren't. It's
What are they thinking?
yeah, it's fantastic. So blah blah blah. She joins us. I think she may be my follower. She is indeed. So we need to switch back to Sky. There we go. We need to talk to this guy, the scholar. And then, as you see, Sky initiates conversation. And, starting to stick behind us. And then this person right here is the person that we were looking for. So we ask him some questions, and then Sky asks him a question, and he doesn't know what to say. So this means that Sky has basically caught him red-handed, and then we will say, do you have any proof that you're falsely accused? And then I need Silver to talk to you. Time to collect a head, and then we take him back. Oh no, we're gonna fight him apparently. Okay, I was pretty sure that was the option to bring him back, but I'm pretty sure it should teleport you back either way. We'll find out. There's a bit of testing going on right now. Okay, it doesn't. Fantastic. All right, well we'll run him back anyway, boys.
We were totally sure it would. It was just you just wanted to have a surprise.
Yeah,
Pretend it's a surprise, yeah.
I'm not sure what incorrect dialogue I selected there. I'm confident that was the correct one, but I guess I maybe missed like an interaction with Sky or something. But it's not a big deal. You get the gist of the skip that I was trying to do. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We'll get him next time. So he's just to run back now. Wastes like a minute. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm gonna keep telling myself. I'm gonna keep telling myself that. But it's good to know that select option doesn't work. You learn something new every day. So now we'll just hop back. This guy will be like, "Yep, come to collect your bounty." Nope, sorry, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. I may or may not have killed that person. My mistake.
Oops.
Yeah. So this is the dialogue that we talked about earlier, where we need the cook. This guy gives us a job, and then the cook goes, "I have a slower way to deal with this." So we don't need him to solve this problem, but as I mentioned before, if we skip the cook, he would not say anything, and we would be essentially soft-locked. So the two options and on how to disgrace Judge Fang is you can force him to resign, or you can do something with turtle eggs. I forget exactly what it is, but we have no real reason to do the turtle eggs thing, because it's very slow. So instead we're just going to go to the arena, and we're going to speak to someone called something Flowers, maybe? Something Blossom. I don't exactly remember their name. We'll find out in a second. And they will give us a way to disgrace Judge Fang and force him to resign. So we'll hop upstairs. So Pokey, you're all ready for your mafia run, buddy?
Do you know? I didn't want to do a shameless plug, but do you know that we have a Polski block tomorrow?
A Polski block?
Because I'm Polish, and the next run after mine is The Witcher 3.
Who's running The Witcher 3 again?
Triggerino.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So that's a 2-piece Polski marathon.
There
Polski
you go.
block.
Plug all you want, buddy. Plug all you want. I don't mind.
Okay.
Gentle Breezes, that was the name. Pretty much Flowers, same thing. So they give us a ring, and then we can then go and use that against him. These absolute units of guards, absolute monsters they are. Pretty sure we're going to spam through this conversation if I remember correctly. Yeah. Perfect, got the resignation, and then we can just go back.
Triggerino's as Polish as Gothic is German. Excuse me, what? Triggerino as Polish as Gothic is German, but Gothic is German, so Triggerino is Polish? What? No, what I meant is The Witcher is Polish. You cosmic brain.
Yeah, Mary. What were you thinking? What a silly boy. Alright, so now we're gonna head towards the Lotus Fortress, which is like my least favorite section of the game. It's quite long, and there's a lot of things that you need to do in kind of any order, but there's like a specific order that we're gonna need to do. And there's a lot of fights that control you, an awful lot. So we'll see how it goes. Should hopefully be okay. But we do want Silk Fox as our companion, because Silk Fox allows us to do more damage with our martial art styles, and we'll be fighting a few ghosts in this next section. Oh dear, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not a conversation I should be initiating. City can be harsh, it can indeed. Please stop talking to me. Nothing at all. Bye! Please stop talking to me. I did have that once where I initiated that quest by accident. I don't remember how I did it, but I just did it again. Not sure how. I forget what the requirements are for that. So yeah. But it's fine. Doesn't really. Yeah, it's fine. This run's fine. This run's fine.
What's your PB?
155. I'm not getting close to that though, because I didn't even have time to do like a full run for practice.
Okay.
So the last one I did was during my 5K special, which is like almost 2 months ago at this point. Yeah, so it's very rusty, but I'm doing the best I can. And not only that, but we had a lot of tech issues as well. That keyboard didn't work, so I had to go and grab mine.
Yeah, the keyboard is...
Yeah,
Well,
the
I don't
W
wanna-
key just
Yes,
straight did not
yes.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it dropped so many inputs, I gave up on it pretty
was
much
just constantly
instantly.
dropping inputs for me.
Yeah, so we had to switch the keyboard out, and then we had audio issues, and then the game kept crashing. It wouldn't let me save or load anything. It was just dreadful. So we won't get close to PB, unfortunately.
Well, the two issues I had was low FPS and the sound not coming through the right output. But I had to actually play I have to play windowed for the sound to be fixed.
Yeah.
But the FPS thingy, I actually have to open up OBS or Chrome or whatever to just have something going in the background, so that Windows 10 doesn't go into its weird energy settings. So I'm using this system, and I'm not a hater of it, but it's just...
Yeah.
Jesus, please.
Yeah, so a skip that I tried to do there was one of the Necropolis fight skips. Those are the ones that I mentioned earlier. You can do the setup to make them fairly consistent, but they're still not super consistent. So what I do is I just go for like the fast camera setup, and if I get them, I get them. If I don't, then whatever. It's the same with this. Essentially all that you're doing is you're trying to put the camera away from the fight, and then you can sometimes skip the fight. I do have a video on my YouTube channel of like a way to make them as consistent as possible, but as I said, sometimes you'll still fail them, and I haven't figured out how to make them 100% consistent. So if you do like the long setup and you still fail, then you're essentially like wasting all of your time. So I just don't bother. So just hop around this corner. And then you also saw that I kind of took a detour and grabbed a gem. This gem is very good. It gives you... They're like specific to the PC version. They give you plus 12 in a specific stat. So we're going to grab 2 of them because they're both around the Lotus Fortress. This one gives me plus 12 chi. So as you can see in a second, if you look at my chi bar, it's fairly small. And now if I take the Scar gem off and put the Ultimate Monk gem on, I now have a super massive chi bar, which makes you pretty unkillable, which is nice. So we're going to the fortress. Shout outs to English Ben's YouTube channel. I agree. Like and subscribe. Smash like. Favorite. Rate 5 stars. Follow me
Rate
on-
5 stars.
Yeah, rate me 5
I
stars on
remember
Boomer
that,
YouTube.
but I was like, what, 8 years old or something. And
RGB mech keyboards with poopy Chinese reds.
Yeah,
I don't know what
there's-
switches they are. I'm using blue right now on my own keyboard because my own keyboard actually
the thing
works.
is, he's asking if it's if they're the same as on summer, and yes, they are the same.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then they're probably the same reds as before, yeah. But I don't know what it is. Like, they just seem super hit and miss. I don't know if like people just treat them really poorly, and they end up breaking or what. But
I don't really know, but
yeah,
it's weird.
it's very bizarre. So we basically pose in here as an acolyte, but a lot of people don't believe us, so we just have to silence them. That guy went right into me. Legend. So we're just gonna chop his head off.
Okay.
Key light went out again. This thing is not super speaking of things that aren't consistent, this key light is not consistent. So next time I see Tom, I'll be sure to let him know. Give me one for free and I will take it home and test it and bring it back to you. So earlier Sagacious Sue walked off because he got into a fight with another one of our followers, and we end up finding him in the fortress. He kind of creeps about for a bit. It would be really nice to have him for this section, but you can't use him as a follower while he's kind of like creeping around. So
I think I know one answer to, like, one true answer to the question that was asking. Like, is this game worth it for casual play?
have you played this game casually?
No. But I know your answer to this question.
Go on then, answer it.
Sure, dude.
Sure, dude.
Download it today.
Yeah. Coupon code EnglishBent. But yeah, definitely worth it. I get asked a lot if it's worth it for a casual playthrough. Absolutely. This is like a severely underrated game. It's fantastic. One of the best RPGs that BioWare has ever made. So right now we're just doing some typical acolyte work, so people will basically the first set of works is you get sent in to deal with a bunch of ghosts in here, and they expect you to die in there, but once you survive they're like, wow, this gal's the real deal. We are indeed the real deal. So this enemy, this one here coming up, the Ghost Lord, you're supposed to fight these in the forest, but we skipped the fights. And as you can see, it's good that we did, because we do absolutely no damage to this guy. They have so much health, it's ridiculous. They have more health than most bosses in this game. Oh, I need to go back. Even with the boosted attack damage from Silk Fox, you still do no damage. We will have to fight more of those later on in the game, but not just yet. So right now we need to go deal with a couple of things. So there's a slave shipment outside that's coming in. We need to either like persuade them to leave or kill them. The slave traders, not the slaves. Killing the slaves would be pretty rude. You can actually kill them, I think, but there's no point. It's just a good cop, bad cop system. We also need to clear the front room out by either again convincing people to leave or killing them, and then we also need to set it up so we can put I can't remember this guy's name, Master Shen, I think, or Shin, Master Shin, I think his name is. We need to convince this guy up here to leave his position, so we can then use the golem press and put Master Shin in there. There's nothing more embarrassing than being turned into a golem. So we need to talk to this guy and then go back to our master and say,
Howdy.
hello Atom, how's it going, buddy?
Hello.
Then we need to let him know about how we're going to plan on killing him or disgracing him. And then we head back once more, and then we can go convince this guy to leave his post. Thankfully, he's pretty easily persuaded. I don't remember what you say, but it's not really interesting. And then he goes off. He's like, yeah, sure, buddy. I don't really like my job anyway. And then we also got the information about how to clear out the front room, so we're going to go and do that really quick. Please open. Thank you.
It's kind of like you have to. I had to hear you say that you actually recommend this game quite a few times, because the first 2 or 3 times it sounds like you're being ironic.
What's that?
Like the first 2 or 3 times I heard you say that it's a great game, I thought you were being ironic because it looked like one of the crappy RPGs from like, you know, with bad dubbing and everything.
No, no.
You just run for shits and giggles. But
Oh.
no.
Well, I kind of do run this game for shits and giggles, to be fair. I run every game for shits and giggles.
You get what I mean.
Yeah, I genuinely do love this game.
Yeah, okay.
So those guys, there isn't really a quick way to deal with him. You just have to kill them. And then this guy, you can persuade them. I think intuition is the best one, but you can probably charm them. You're a cute girl. They'll leave if you really need them to. And then these guys, you usually would have a choice, but they transform. He casts like a spell, and they go rogue. So we have no choice but to kill them.
Oh.
Essam, can you do me a big favour, lad?
Yep.
And refill this.
It's not the first time I've done it in the last 20 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Gotta stay hydrated. Remember, everyone in the chat, be sure to stay hydrated. Poker, are you staying hydrated?
Yeah.
Good
I'm
boy.
staying cold. I want to replace the hydrate with Coke, but
Hydrated.
hydrate.
That is not hydrated. Oh, I did not know there was a water fountain right there. Oh, I could have done that myself during a cutscene, but thank you nonetheless, Etam. You're a good lad.
alright.
You're a good lad, Etam. You're a
alright.
good
Don't go upstairs.
lad. Wow, what's going on upstairs?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, buddy. Yeah. Don't reveal anything you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Off-stream
We'll
content.
just tell you
Of
later.
course. All the stream knows is that they're watching the Bayern Munich game. That's all they should know.
Shit game.
Shit game. Just grab this game on GOG on sale. Oh, this game is on sale on GOG right now? Perfect.
Checking it right now.
Yeah. This game is on sale on GOG apparently. You should definitely check that out.
That's a sign.
Yeah. So the last thing we need to do is slave in shipment that I said before. And again, there is actually a speech check that you can pass in order to convince these guys to just let them go without doing the fight. But it's very difficult to reach that in a speedrun because we don't really have time to max out our stats. So the easiest way to deal with it is just kill them. Then we just head back in, and then if all goes well, we will get a fade, and Master Shin will try and fight us. Have you encountered any issues with strats even though the game is running at 30 FPS? No, thankfully. But there's still other things that can, mess up. But most of the strats seem to work on 30 FPS, which is perfect. It's like $2 to $3 right now. God damn, that is very cheap.
It's minus 75%.
Minus 75% right now.
So,
yeah, if you guys don't own this game, this is the perfect time to do it. It's like a few dollars, and trust me, you will get a good amount of playtime from this game.
It's like $3, 3 to 4, something like that. So hey, you're watching a speedrun of this game, and this game is for $4 on GOG right now. That's not a coincidence. Try it out.
Exactly. Also, use my coupon code.
And by the way, GOG is also Polish Polish block again.
Did someone say Polski block?
Polski block. Yeah.
Pog. More like Pogski, am I right?
Polski block. Yeah, exactly.
So I want to be careful for, well, just about to say I want to be careful for Master Shin, because he can stun lock you like that. But unfortunately I just mistimed the dodge, but it's not a big deal. Once you get to a certain point, these golems will spawn, which will also try and fight us, but we want to focus down Master Shin, and then kill his boys, and then we can just mess up the clay golems. These guys are very slow and dumb, so we can just wipe them out from behind. I remember playing this game on the original Xbox, great game. I agree. I first played this game on the original Xbox, and when the big plot twist happened, which we'll see later, I was devastated. So we're getting towards the end of the kind of boring section of the game, which is thankfully almost over. It's not a big fan of this fortress section, but it went pretty well, honestly. So Master Shin gets completely crushed, but somehow when it opens, he's absolutely fine and in one piece, even though he should be splattered into a million pieces. But yeah, hey, why question the game, right? What do I know? Let's hop through. Speak to Master Gang here. And then I think I speak to him one more time. I have not. He's still got a task for me. I do remember what that task is. Maybe I left one in the hallway. Hold on.
He's got a task for you.
Yeah. I thought you would get the fade if you missed something. I'm not sure exactly what I'm missing here. No, everyone is still here. Everyone is gone. This is interesting. So again, something that I don't recall ever happening before. So I got the Master Shin fight, which means I completed all the objectives. But then when you speak to Master Gang, you're supposed to go into the next section.
Is that never happened before?
Yeah.
That's 2 already.
Look, he has the quest icon above my head.
All right.
Oh no! I'll tell you what I forgot to do.
The
I
plate?
wasn't. I know what I forgot to do.
You didn't pick up plates.
I didn't grab the plate. What I did was I forgot to go and do the section over here. There's Zoo. We need to just go and kill a guy in the mines. So I need to take a second.
Are you the world record holder right now?
I'm not. I am 3rd place in this game.
Okay.
My PB is very old. My PB doesn't do most of the strats that are in this game. The game got like cracked wide open, and I haven't done like proper attempts since. I really should do proper attempts again in this game. Creepy guy behind you, Ben. Stop being creepy at him.
I'll try not to.
Stop being creepy, mate.
I just give that vibe, I think.
So we need to head down. Whereabouts is the thing? There we go. We need to go to the like abandoned deep level. There we go. And then because of PC games, instead of waiting for the elevator, we can just quick save and quick load, and it push you right to the bottom. And then we can do the same for going to the top, which is nice. This loading screen takes forever. I don't know what hard drive is in that thing. I do not remember. Whereabouts is the door? Here it is. Because I know that someone who's doing the French restream for this game is another runner, and I guarantee he was like screaming at me then, like, the mine, Ben! You forgot the mine!
Very French.
Yeah. Le mine! S'il vous plaît! So yeah, this is the guy that I mentioned before that can like super troll you, which is really annoying, but seems to be okay so far. Let's see what we do. Just unlock him with White Demon. Of course he blocks on the last possible fucking input. There we go. Give him the backhand of justice. Is Jade Empire related to Jade Dynasty? I've never heard of Jade Dynasty, so I would assume not. Alright, so I can level up again. Actually, I'll save the level up points for Jade Golem, because we're going to get that pretty soon. So take the body, return to the soul extractor. And then the lady on the elevator is not going to be very happy with us, because we're not supposed to be doing this. So she's going to try and fight us. Have you gone crazy? Yes, we have. So we're going to kill her. And then we need to wait for the elevator to stop, but we can just quick load and quick save again. This quick load and quick save might not even be faster because of RTA, because of how slow this loading screen is on this hard drive, but whatever. So we go back to the bottom, and we need to go back up to the top again. Main level. Then quick save and quick load once more. And then we should be good to go. Hopefully I haven't forgot anything else. Be sure to listen to the French restream so you can let me know if Strife is screaming at me right now for forgetting something else. But I'm pretty sure I haven't. What's that?
Is that Strife Rider?
Strife Rider?
Yeah. Or is this a different Strife?
Strife is just called Strife. So
I don't know.
his other name is the Handsome Historian.
Yes, it's him. He's a good lad.
He is a good lad. I do agree. It's a shame he couldn't make it actually, because he's like extremely knowledgeable about the lore of this game. He helped me commentate when I ran this game at ESA in November, and he was like a huge help. Like the amount of times where I was like, you know, I don't know where this person comes into the lore, and he like was able to tell me. Alright, greetings Zoo, how's it going, buddy?
Strife is also the organizer for Garbathon.
Oh yeah, the marathon, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Good lad, good
The
lad.
marathon of awful
Good
games.
lad.
Alright, so now when we speak to this guy, should hopefully... Yes, perfect. So that was the last thing we needed to do. Perfect, perfect. Which summon transformation design do you like the most? Oh, Strife is indeed in chat. Hello, Strife. Bonjour. Bonjour to le French restream. In terms of summons and transformations, there's one that's actually banned in speedruns because you can only access it with a pre-order bonus, which is the Rhino transformation, I think it is. That one is really cool, but unfortunately like, there's no way to get it unless you pre-ordered the game, I think. So we can't use it in speedruns, unfortunately.
Mods? Like, it's probably...
You could probably mod it in, yeah,
Yeah.
but then modding the game is a whole can of worms that you don't really want to deal with.
Understandable.
Yeah. So now we have to fight Master Gang, even though he kind of helped us. I forget exactly whether he didn't know the whole time, or if he did, and now he's just like dying, you know, so he'll be remembered as like a hero. I forget what the lore reason is, but it's not really important. I don't want to spoil the lore too much anyway, because people should be playing this, you know. People should be playing this of their own accord. So right now, we've got Jade Golem unlocked. I'm going to quickly remap this to number 2. There we go. Put in our hotbar. And then, we can also level it up with the points that we got. So damage, 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 damage. I don't quite have enough for that. And then we'll just do cheat cost reduction. So next up is one of the biggest boss fights in the game. But because we just unlocked Jade Golem, we are going to smash her to pieces. We're going to absolutely decimate this lady. And that's basically how most of the boss fights are going to go for the rest of this game. So yeah, this is unfortunately unskippable. All the main lore cutscenes are unskippable, which is unfortunate because it means that we can't skip the huge plot twist cutscene. Completely unskippable.
I don't know the plot, so that won't be a plot twist for me. Hence, it's not a spoiler. I think. Maybe.
So now we're gonna fight. I'm just gonna hop right back into Jade Golem form. Where's my button? Pressing the wrong one. There we go. She goes to Jade Golem form, and then she's blocking. Just block her out of it. And you see one hit does half of her health, and then one more. There we go. And she's dead, just like that. Outplayed. Outplayed. So on the way back out, we're gonna grab. Remember the superior monk gem that we got before? Almost got bopped by a rock there. You see that in the cutscene? We need to go this way. So we're also gonna grab the superior health gem, just to be nice and broken while we leave. And it is just in here once we do this fight. There we go. This is just in this jar here. There we go. Ultimate Warrior Gem. Equip that really quick. Along with the Superior Skull Gem. And now we've got insane boosted stats, which we will use for the rest of the run. So basically you make up for the fact that you're under-leveled with the fact that you have really broken gem items, which kind of make up for it. So we go ahead and pulverize those guys. A couple more fights here with the golems. That was not the button I was supposed to press, but so good. Holy shit, this game is truly amazing. I agree. I absolutely agree. Now we can finally escape this place. It did seem a bit speedy once I had got everything sorted. I was like about to fight Master Gang. I was like, this is surprisingly fast. It turns out it's because I'd forgot something. No wonder it felt so fast. So yeah, one more fight here. Just realized who you are. I've been watching you run GTA 3 for a while. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. So those who don't know, I usually run the Grand Theft Auto series, mainly Vice City and GTA 3. That's kind of like what I'm known for. Jade Empire is kind of just like a kind of extra game on the side that I run. Yeah, so if you're into Jade Empire and you're also into GTA, I do also run those games. Two main franchises that I'm known for, a GTA and the Tony Hawk series, which I've done also runs of that at this marathon. I did a run of GTA Vice City yesterday, and just a couple of hours ago I did Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. So if you want to check those out, be sure to check out the VODs. I don't think they'll be on YouTube for a while, so you'll have to watch the Twitch highlights. Be sure to check those out. Smack these guys up. We can actually use a sword for this, but I'm just too lazy to switch, to be honest with you. It's a lot of effort. Just gonna boot these guys in the face instead. Please stop blocking, sir. Thankfully I managed to interrupt a certain attack there. These guys have two different attacks, and one of them is like a strong attack that knocks you over. But it takes so long to charge up that you can pretty easily dodge it, which is nice. Then we're gonna spawn these enemies in. I forget if these ones are skippable at all, like even with the optimal setup, because there are certain sets of enemies that you can't skip in the Necropolis, even if you like nail the setup, unfortunately. So you just have to fight them as normal. Finally get out of this place. Well, level up really quick. 13 points to spend. Wow, we are rich, boys. Rich. We're finally out of the Necropolis. Last fight to go. Use my weapon for this. Oh, it's not a good miss. There we go. Remember when the game didn't want to save? Let's forget about that, shall we? Yeah. None of that happened. No technical difficulties. This is all fine. Don't worry about it. So we'll pause here. And now we can go and see the Emperor. You ready to go? I am indeed ready to go. Forget if I speak to Kang. Greetings, Kang. Let's go to the palace, buddy. Gonna invade again for the same reason as last time. We don't want to do any unnecessary fights. And pause. And this is supposed to be like a back entrance to the palace, but there is a fight coming that you can skip. It's kind of finicky. So that big door, once you get kind of near it, there'll be a trigger. But then after a certain amount of time, the door will close. Now, if you roll into a certain spot, you see how there's like the lights on the left and right side. You can roll and then get yourself stuck in between the door and the light. and then after a while the door will close, but you don't make it in time because you get yourself deliberately stuck. And then from there, you like never trigger the fight essentially. So we'll give it a couple of tries. It's a pretty big skip, so cool. Quick save here so we can give this a couple of tries. That was not close enough. Don't think that'll work. We'll find out though. That might work. No, it didn't work. Give this like 3 tries maybe. It's awkward where you need to stand. There we go, I missed the trigger there. Because there's like no real reference for this, which is unfortunate. So ideally we want to be on the other side of the door once this triggers. So we'll give it one more go, and if not we'll just do the fight. Yeah, I'm not sure that one will work either. I think I need it to be more to the right. Screw it. One more go. One more go. I'm determined to get this now. Determined. Sorry, if we trigger the fight again, then we'll do it. That one should be better. But honestly, I'm still not sure. If we trigger the fight, then screw it. We'll just do it. Okay, we got it. There we go. Big skip, big skip. Probably didn't save any time because it took me so long to do it, but whatever. You know, this is, at the end of the day, this is a showcase for the strats.
Why didn't the fight trigger?
So, because I kind of got myself stuck in between the light and the door like closed on me, and because like the fight triggers once the door closes behind you, but because you're never on the right side of the door, like the enemies don't know you're there, essentially.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
So it wasted time, but again, I wanted to showcase that. It's one of the coolest strats.
Big question, Ben.
Yep.
How can you enjoy this without any goddamn sauce?
God damn it, Firepaw.
He eats his burgers without any sauce. You should know.
I don't come to get heckled at this marathon, Firepaw. I do not come to get bullied by you.
You're on speed sauce. You should be used to it.
Yeah, I deserve it. I deserve it. Alright, so coming up soon is the big plot twist. So I'll let you know exactly when it is, but just know that if you plan on playing this game casually and you don't like spoilers, I would advise turning the stream off or muting it or whatever else, going into a different room, and come back in 5 or 10 minutes. Because this section is pretty important to the wall. So now that everyone has left, who should...
So I'm gonna get my bag and I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. So now everyone, including Poker, who's left, who doesn't want to be spoiled. This next section, we're going to meet Master Lee, who was captured all the way back at the start of the game. And we're also going to meet the Emperor. But then we find out a bunch of things. One, that Master Lee is actually the Emperor's brother. And 2, is that Master Lee betrays you once you save his life, and he kills you in order to basically take the glory for himself and become the new Sun King. Yeah, flying enemy knows the quote. I can see it in the chat. I won't let you disgrace the Empire. Maybe Shreese will donate for each time Ben gets bullied as well. Shreese was actually supposed to be here, but I sent her off to sleep because she was basically passing out at 10 PM. So I was like, just don't worry about it. You probably don't even like Jade Empire anyway. Just go to bed. I sleep. Giga sleep.
Is it just because he bullied her during Door?
she was so overwhelmed by the amount of bullying.
I'm extremely disgusted.
Yep. So unfortunately, more unskippable stuff here. Giga sleep.
So question, how long do you reckon the run would be if you could skip the cutscenes?
You actually do skip most of the cutscenes. There's an option in the game to skip all the cinematic cutscenes. But these very specific ones only last about 2 minutes throughout the whole run.
Right.
It's not too bad. If there was a way to skip all the dialogue and have like perfect inputs and perfect, perfect answers and everything, then it would probably save like a good 10 minutes or so in the whole run. But yeah, the biggest like time save, the way you gain all this time in this game is purely based on fights. Like, how well you do the combat sections. You can gain or lose so much time here with this. Strife says, "Oh, by the way, Etam, love you and love the beard."
Thanks, Strife. You're alright.
You're alright. That's all he's got to say.
You are.
You are okay. Yeah. You are very good at being average, Strife.
No, he's a good lad.
Yeah. We love Strife here. We're all big Strife fans.
Yeah.
He's a good lad. So any guys that block here are just going to get absolutely pummeled by Jade Golem. As I mentioned before, this style is very broken. As you can see, we only unlocked it like 10 minutes ago, and we're already one-hitting all these guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Look at I'm in awe at the size of this main character. So this is where the big lore comes in. We're gonna fight the Emperor. Well, first up, we got one more fight. I lied. We're not gonna fight the Emperor just yet. Debated. Gotta fight these Master Assassins first, or whatever they're called. Master Lotus Assassins, I think. So we're just go. Lotus Assassin Master, that's it. We're just gonna Jade go on the shit out of these guys. Smash that left mouse button. There we go. Just wait for the fight to end. There we go. Now we can finally take on the Emperor. So this fight is kind of weird. He becomes immune to certain attacks at certain points. So now we can't use Jade Golem, which we just used. We have to use White Demon for like the last set of health. I assume it's because he's like a spirit, and now, as you can see, he's now immune to that, and I have to switch weapons again. So yeah, not exactly sure how that works, but not a huge deal. Do you get more health in Jade Golem form? No, I'm pretty sure your health is fixed based on your body stat in the game. I don't think you get. I don't think it matters what form you're in, but I could be wrong on that. So here's the big plot twist. If you didn't want to be spoiled, and you're still watching because you're getting greedy and you want to get as much gameplay in as possible, definitely look away now. This is the plot twist. Even the flaws. Throws the Quisto up and just kicks your head in. Welcome back, Poker. Pretty much bang on time.
Yeah, perfect.
Pretty much bang on time.
Cover your eyes, the spoilers.
Yeah. So yeah, we are now dead. Big F.
Cool.
Big F.
Game over?
Low percent bad ending world
Bad
record.
ending.
Yeah. So, remember I mentioned the water dragon right at the start of the game to those who are there in the spirit cave. They are actually able to revive you because you are a spirit monk and not a regular person. However, in order for them to restore us back so we can go and get our revenge on Master Lee, we need to basically like empower the water dragon once more. So really quick, gonna level up again. Get that damage increase. Haven't got quite enough for that, it's fine. So we're gonna quickly turn around really quick as soon as we start. And we're gonna go and grab a weapon, which is just over here on a bone pile. Which one is it? I forget. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. One of these. It's kind of hard to see on this monitor which one is the where I need to be. Here it is. And this is the Demon Sword. This is the best weapon in the game. It's a PC exclusive. Does 50% more damage than my other sword, and it's only a small detail to pick it up. We can't use it just yet because we're going to be fighting ghosts for this section, but we will use it later on. Don't worry. So yeah, this is the other time we will be fighting Ghost Lords, which are, as I say, like the most annoying enemy in the game, but it's the like only other time, thankfully. But as you can see, we do like no damage to these guys whatsoever. Slowly kick this guy's teeth in. If you notice, by the way, we still have a Dire Flame equipped, which we got all the way right at the start of the game. There is one whole use for that in this run, which will save a small amount of time, which is coming up soon. I'll be sure to remind you about it. Also, we're gonna get the most broken follower in the game just after these fights, which is nice. Essentially, what his passive effect does is it gives us all 3 stats regen, which is super broken. But unfortunately, we can only use it for the period where we're dead, which will be quite a short amount of time. So a couple more lost spirits to kill. We just need to basically make our way towards the light, and we get like 5 fights, I think. There's like 3 out of 5 done. So one more Ghost Lord. I forget if the last fight involves a Ghost Lord. Hopefully it doesn't, because these are really annoying enemies to deal with. So yeah, there is actually kind of like a middle ground sword between Fortune's Favorite, which you got at the start of the game, and the Demon Sword that you can buy in the Imperial City. But I'm not convinced it's worth it. I used to buy it in runs, and I say it's like a middle ground. I think it does like 25% more damage than Fortune's Favorite, but 25 less than Demon Sword. And yeah, all you do is you buy it in the like before you go to the arena, you just take a small detour and buy it from a merchant. But I'm not convinced it's worth it. Fortune's Favorite seems to do everything just fine up until you get the Demon Sword. So we go, last fight. Kicking the ghost to oblivion is fairly slow. Where the ninja fires or the exorcism, yeah. Unfortunately, it's the fastest way I've found to deal with it. Because it does lose time here with the slow fights, but you gain so much time during the forest by skipping all the fights and not leveling up any styles that it ends up being much faster in the long run. There we go. So now we're going to get the abbot. But now we can use our Demon Sword, thankfully. Please stop blocking, sir. Okay, guess not. So here's the monk abbot song, who's the super broken follower that I was talking about. Oh, sir. So what we need to do is we need to find, I think, 3 fountains and restore water to them in order to empower the water dragon, and that will allow us to come back to life. Let's get started. So let's just put this guy straight into support mode. Where is he? So as you can see here, recovers your chi, focus, and health, which is great. So, the first, again, it's kind of difficult to see exactly where I'm going, but I can just about figure it out. This monitor is very dark, isn't it? In this section. So the first one is here. You get an insane amount of XP from doing these fights, and also for activating the fountain. So you can like farm a lot of levels here should you want to. Just gonna use Golem form, as you've seen before. Kill these guys. The few in the good games are on the second stream, and I'm not even banned in chat here. Hell yeah, brother. I wonder if I'm VIP in the stream too, chat. I should check. Give me a second here. I'll check. Let's write test. So I'm a VIP in the first chat. Test. I'm not a VIP in this chat. Unlucky.
Apparently you're a snowflake.
I'm a snowflake. That's what I am.
Wow.
You're a unique snowflake.
Yep. So we can level up again here. Get a nice amount of chi cost reduction, because Golem form usually uses an awful lot of chi. Test this. Yo, Stabbing Magoo. Big fan, buddy. Feels good to be a VIP in ESA Mountain chat. Very important pog. That's me. This is the next fountain, but we have to go into the next cave in order to defeat a kind of like a mini boss. In order to activate this fountain, so we're just gonna hop in and fight our way there. Where on earth is the cave from here? Here it is. It's so difficult to see. I don't know if you can see it like on the stream, but this monitor is extremely dark. It's very difficult to see where I'm going.
I think it was the splitter and not the monitor.
Sorry?
I think it was the splitter and not the monitor.
Yeah, maybe. Because looking on the laptop screen, it's pretty dark as well.
It's not these fantastic ViewSonic monitors.
Yeah, ViewSonic monitors are very good. It's my fault, to be honest. I should have tested it before the run, but it's whatever. It's dealable.
Because Ethan just said it's not one of these fantastic ViewSonic monitors.
No,
when
it's
actually
not the fault of the ViewSonic.
Yeah, it's not the fault, not that it is a ViewSonic monitor.
Oh, okay.
You silly sausage.
Okay, I thought he said that it's not one of
No.
the fantastic ViewSonic. Okay, whatever.
No, I know how to sell out.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't pay me for this, alright?
So the horse demons, if you get them on low health, they can actually explode, kill themselves, which might seem like a good thing, but it really isn't, because they knock you back, which then just prolongs along like this. It knocks you back, and then you also have to do the ending fight animation, which wastes a lot of time. So it's much better to try and set them up so you kill them with like the final part of your combo. So I'll take a sip of water here real quick, but first I gotta rinse this guy. So we can just like hard tank this guy's hits on easy. Come on, bro, you're on 1 health, don't block. Come on, let's go back on my brother. There we go. So now we can finally activate the second of 3 of the water fountains. Been 10 to 12 years since I did a playthrough. Gosh damn. You should definitely replay this game if it's been 10 years since you played it. Get the special edition on GOG for like 75% off right now. And yeah, treat yourself to a good old gaming session with Jade Empire. You won't regret it. So we can activate the fountain. we go. And then head upstairs. Getting very hard to see where I'm going right now. Must reiterate as many times as I can for that. Hello, water dragon lady. So I'm deliberately not leveling up, just because we get so many levels at this point that I'm just gonna wait. You don't really need to level up that often from now on. We can like easily finish the game with the level that we're at. So we're just gonna troop on. So here, like a lot of apparitions of yourself are gonna spawn. They have an awful lot of health, but it's no match for Jade Golem.
Is there still going on?
Huh?
I got a message on Discord saying there was some sort of problem.
No, and we've managed to fix pretty much everything. I mean, the key light keeps going out, but that's not really a not really a big problem. Yeah. Yeah, we did have quite a few issues getting the game working, but it's been fine so far. We're pretty much towards the end anyway. So this is like one of the final final and only use for Dire Flame, because once we go through this gate, which restores us back to life, we're gonna need we need to close the gate again by doing a certain amount of damage to it, and you can get blocked really easily by a few demons that come through the gate with you. But as soon as you close the gate, then that's like the fight over. You don't need to kill anything. So all we need to do is try and dodge, and then use the Dire Flame, which is like a ranged attack, in order to hit the thing at the back, which will save us getting potentially stun locked from the enemies that spawn. So we do a whole setup for a tiny time save, a good 2 hours later. Welcome to Jade Empire. So it is easy to destroy this little portal thing here. So sometimes these guys can still block you, but it's just the way it works. Oh, I dodged that. We didn't. That's alright. There we go.
You're the last one here tonight, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Yeah. When you're done, please just remember to stop the stream and then shut the door behind you so it's secure overnight.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So completely max out the sword. Jade Empire, the only thing... Jade Golem. The only thing that we can upgrade from now on is the chi damage, but we don't really need to use chi strikes with Jade Golem, so we won't do that. So right now we just need to go. There's a couple of ghosts here, but we can dodge the rest of the fights if I take a certain route. Hopefully I remember where it is. And we just need to go and find all our buddies and go, look, we're alive. Hello everyone. I'm alive. No me, smiley face. No, I'm alive. The last one has to put out the light, indeed. But stream 2 will be back tomorrow at, do you know what time it is?
1 PM.
1 PM tomorrow, going to poker. So be sure to keep stream 2 bookmarked.
I wonder what
and check out the schedule.
Run will be on at 1 PM.
Yeah.
Is it your run straight away?
Yes.
Cool.
It could be some kind of really cool mafia run that I won't be able to catch because I'll be...
I mean, your run is like at the end of mine. It's not like fully covered.
We should try to catch it, yeah.
Yeah, so be sure to check out Mafia 1 by Pokerface Avate.
What a lad.
Tomorrow
He's
at
a good
1.
lad.
And then you say Witcher 3 is right afterwards?
Yeah.
And Witcher 3 as well. The whole Polish shebang. So we head to bed right now after meeting our friends. And then we have a bad dream that all of our friends blame us for their deaths. So of course the only way to wake up from the bad dream is to murder the friends. and they're like, oh yeah, you're actually, you're a good lad.
He's a good lad.
He's a good lad. So we just kind of wait. It takes a while for it to, there we go, get to trigger properly. And then this next couple of sections, this is like the first and only time you can play as different characters. You can play as Whirlwind, you can play as Silk Fox, and you can play as the Sunken himself, actually, later on. But first, there is kind of a small auto-scroller, which we'll do with Silk Fox. Essentially, Kang needs to plant explosives on a bridge, and we just need to hold the guys away. So we're just gonna roll there. Hello, Kang. So he starts off only needing a minute, but then he needs like a second minute later on. So, but we can do like one hit all these guys, thankfully. So we can just hold them off. But it's kind of like scuffed the way this works. Like as you can see, I can't really turn around until I have a new target. It's pretty awkward to deal with. This guy's going through. Gotta make sure Kang does not die. He can take 10 hits, which is more than enough. But need to make sure he doesn't die, because otherwise we have to do the whole auto-scroller again, which is pretty annoying. So now Kang goes, whoops, you baited. You actually need 2 minutes.
So are we going underestimate?
I don't know. I don't think so. Unfortunately, the mixture of my goofs and the tech issues will probably put us over, unfortunately. But it's not really a big deal since, you know, yeah, I'm the last one anyway, so. Yeah. So yeah, not a big deal. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, like, with all the game crashes, keyboard's not working.
Something about the game not working, your language, save.
Yeah, save's not working, so I've had to like play really safe because I haven't been able to save properly. Yeah, it's yeah. Don't think so best what will happen, unfortunately, but it won't be too far over. It won't be like, you know, it's a 3-hour run or anything. We're pretty much like on the home stretch right now.
Is the current keyboard yours, or?
Yeah, this is mine.
You didn't want to play it from the very beginning?
Huh?
You didn't want to play on it from the very beginning? Or?
No, I figured I could just trust that keyboard. Like I only really need it for mashing, but the fact that the W key didn't work, which I need to do rolls and stuff with for certain tricks, and it just wasn't functioning. So
imagine that being quite useful.
Yeah, W is pretty important.
Yeah, because that's what you do. You take W's.
We take those. So that's the Silk Fox section done. Pretty sure next up is Black Whirlwind, if I remember correctly. Just gonna sort of roll our way over. Using that W key, which we now have access to. Thanks to my keyboard. Big Corsair K70 fan.
Good keyboard.
Good keyboard. It's a good lad.
It's a good lad.
Good lad. Does this Black Whirlwind? It did indeed. He's a big lad. So now we just need to kill the big Jade Golem in the middle, and then that will stop the other guys from spawning. Ideally, I think you want to do this with 6 or 8. I forget exactly the number. But this guy is just holding block, of course, the classic troll. So we won't get that, unfortunately. Oh, look at this. Is he going to attack me?
Good thing he's losing health even.
Yeah, you can use like big attacks to hit through blocks, but still, like, that's way slower than just doing it normally. So this is not going to be a 6 nor an 8, it's going to be a 9. Fantastic. Literally nothing I could do to stop him blocking there. Yeah, so that's the whirlwind section done. I'm just gonna roll again because these guys can't use focus, so fastest way to get around is to roll. Aha! Come to my axes. That's me when I wake up in the morning, flexing in the mirror.
Waking up, rising and shining, getting that bread.
Yep. Let's get this bread, gamers. So Death's Hand shows up, who's one of the big dogs in the enemy army, and Sky pretends to be like an enforcer, but he actually sets a trap for Death's Hand, and a bunch of rubble falls on them. Big rip. Doesn't kill him, just softens him up, as Sky says. But then the second time you fight Death's Hand the first time, right now, and then the second time you fight him, you do it as the Sun Kin, and there are like 3 different ways to do the fight. So you can they all have the same outcome. You can either kill him as Emperor Sun Kin, or you can die on one of the 2 difficulties. It's pretty difficult to say which is faster because it kind of depends. Depends on basically how lucky you get and what his attacks are like. But what I usually do is I just leave the difficulty on student and just hope he kills me quick. Because whether you die or kill him, it has the same outcome. Hello, Gamer Untouched. How's it going, buddy? Scenario revives again, so then we become Emperor Sunken. There's an unskippable cutscene. Thankfully, for like a 2-hour run, there's not that many. There's like just enough for it to be bearable, I think. Just enough gameplay to cutscene ratio. So I'm just gonna hope he kills me. Please kill me, sir. Come on, Death's Hand. I'm getting mega trolled right now. Oh my gosh, thank you. That was not good. But, yeah, we'll go next time. ESAWinter 2020.
Keep an eye out, boys.
Hey guys, Folunya. Hey guys. Oh dear. So now we can finally head back once we've done with all that nonsense. We can speak to Kang and then go back to the palace to get our revenge on Master Lee. A couple of things we need to do on the way, like a couple of fights and stuff like that, but this is like the super home stretch. We're just gonna wait for Kang, wait for him to get into like a certain spot before we can talk to him. Come on, Kang, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There we go. Let's go, mate. Let's rock and roll. So blah blah blah. Couple of fights to do here. Hello, gamers.
They did not see that coming.
They were like, haha, there's nothing this gal can do to help us, and then Golem form, big rip. Yeah. One thing I actually forgot to do is switch to Dawnstar, because she helps us recover chi during the fight, which will using Jade Golem like slowly consumes chi. So I'm gonna do that really quick. There we go.
He is not yet aware. I have time to
So this is like kind of like the point of no return. Usually in like open world games, there'll be a point where it's like, you know, you're about to enter the final section of the game. If you want to do anything, clear up any loose ends, go back now.
Yeah.
This is pretty much like the game telling you that. Monkey S point right clock. Yeah, this is not going to be underestimate, unfortunately, but it's okay. I'm the last one of the night, so I've got all the time in the world. It's fine.
See you at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
13 hours until the next one.
Yeah. So
Lucky you
we
might not go to
we
bed.
can go again right after this if we want to.
Just reset the timer and nobody will ever know the difference. How many games does Englishman run?
How many games do I run? If you're talking about like specific individual titles, I guess you could go on my speedrun.com profile and it would give you like a full rundown. But off the top of my head, GTA 3, GTA VC, GTA San Andreas, Tony Hawk's Underground 1, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Amnesia: Machine for Pigs.
Door.
Huh?
Door.
Yeah, I already said Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, dude.
No.
Come on, bro, Tim. Come on,
I
bro.
thought you said Underground 1 and 2.
Well, if I didn't, meant to say American Wasteland, regardless. Yeah, first two Amnesia games: Soma, Dark Souls 1, Abzu. What else?
This.
Yeah, Jade Empire, of course. Abzu's a belting game, mate.
Great PB.
So yeah, probably a good 10 games or so. So now we need to do this. I don't remember what the lore implication of this is, but we need to interrupt this machine, whatever it is. So we just yeet a big spear in there. Yeet! That was a right throw, that wasn't it?
That was a solid.
That was like a javelin Olympics, that was.
That was almost a Kobe.
Nice knock.
Just do a marathon run of all the games you run during the next 13 hours. Fun fact, if you want to go onto my YouTube channel, you can find my 5,000 follower special where I did just that. I did a 24-hour stream, it was like 23 and a half, and I speedrun every game I've ever learned. It was like 23 and a half hours.
Oh yeah, if you're counting that, you also ran Super Mario 64.
Huh?
You also ran Super Mario 64 if you're counting that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. A game that I've never actually ran before, but I just wanted to do it because, you know, people asked me to. I did, 16-star on F64. Where on earth am I going now? I cannot see because it's so dark. This way. We are going this way. Almost a Kobe. That was a big Kobe. So just before we get to the last fight, that is, we need to do a couple of fights outside the throne room, and then do a thing called like the doubt section, where like Master Lee plagues your thoughts, but then you use like the power of friendship to expel them. It's pretty good. There's a guy next to you, Ben. Run any games. Missed a bit of ESA. Go on, poker. Plug. Plug away, my man.
If you mean run at ESA, then yes, on this very stream, this very channel, in 13 hours. Even less than 13 hours, at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be running Mafia 1.
Yeah.
The City of Lost Heaven.
Was a first one.
Yeah, there was indeed a first one. I've still yet to play that game. I bought it during the Lunar New Year sale. Still yet to play it. I was watching Fruit play it though.
KZ already did.
Yeah.
And if you play it on stream, prepare to just have all 5, active runners of the game just bully you on chat.
It seems a pretty hard game compared to.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah. So many similarities to Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, this is the same developers. That's why. Funnily enough, a lot of the strats that were found in this game were found by Knights of the Old Republic runners, such as Strife. by just kind of like, you know, using strats in Knights of the Old Republic and then transitioning them over to Jade Empire.
You and your followers are playthings? I didn't know she streamed on Twitch.
Cutting edge.
Goodness me.
Goodness me.
That's
You've been
ass.
browsing your live stream
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Big shout out.
Yeah. So as you saw there was a bunch of like doubt apparitions that we needed to deal with, but your friends run into like collide with them and it gets rid of them, and there's only one left that you have to fight at each interval. You could do half a Final Fantasy X Nemesis run. Big sleep. Big sleep. If only BioWare wouldn't make Anthem and make it good games. I agree. Anthem, sleeper. Sleep again. Anthem, I sleep. Jade Empire 2, real shit.
Doesn't get old.
Exactly. So this is the last one with Zoo, and then it will be time for the fight. I was going to originally, if we were kind of close to estimate, do the fast bad ending, which is what you would usually do in speedruns, which is where you simply just go to Master Lee, yeah, please kill me, and then it just goes to the credits. Like you side with him. But instead, since we've got like infinite time, and I'm already overestimate anyway, I may as well do the good ending, since most people probably want it. I could have done a bid war for it, actually. I never thought about that. Good ending or bad ending. 2020. ESAWinter, remind me.
2020 ESAWinter,
yep.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Essentially, we're going to do the good ending, which is, there can be no deals, let's end this. And let's fight Master Lee.
There is a game on this stream with a bid war coming up in 12 hours, though.
What, your bid war for Mafia?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
There is, like, which one? Which bid war?
Yeah.
There is a section with dogs, and you can either leave them or kill them.
Ah, pog.
So then you
As
can
we hit
figure
the
out
last hit on Master Lee, that's time, by the way.
You can figure out the...
Is that going to stop? Hello? Stream Deck? Stream Deck, hello? Stream Deck?
Hello? Stream Deck?
Okay, Thomas doesn't want to stop.
Timer's gonna go on.
You can edit, that's me pressing the Stream Deck button to stop the timer.
Press it harder.
Not happening, boys.
Start
not
some
happening.
ads.
No idea why the timer's continuing. I guess I'll ping the tech PC and tell them.
We'll get him next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I assume it's because I had to reset it earlier because it was messing up.
Yeah, probably thinks, oh yeah, this
yeah.
is the same run.
So yeah, that was Jade Empire. Thanks very much for watching. This is the end of the first day of stream 2. Be sure to come back tomorrow about 1 PM local time, where we will have more runs for you, including Poker's run.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So let me quickly ping Tech PC. What is Tech PC even called? There isn't one. Can you go and just tell someone who's on tech right now, so just come and help us out? Shit. Alright, yeah. In the meantime, since there's no one else here, I guess we'll stop the stream. But yeah, be sure to be back 1 PM tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you boys next time. We'll go to the stream real quick. Hold on. Which one is it? We'll mute them.
forest or desert.